Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Nocturnal Movie Club. Joining the show, we have a fellow nocturnal film critic, Ethan. Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me on. Much appreciated.
Welcome to the show, man.
So excited to be here. It's my
I
favorite
know.
podcast.
I heard you're our number one and only fan. So I'm so happy to have you. So today, I'm sure you guys have seen on the internet so many DC Investor Day hoopla. It's so much from Marvel to the Disney side of it to the Star Wars side of it. Just for this video's purposes, we're going to cover the Marvel because there was a lot happening on that day. I don't know if you guys got to watch it. It was a really long panel about things that necessarily not all its fans care about, but we got loads of new tidbits about all the new content Marvel's pushing out to keep the investors happy. A lot of Disney Plus content, um, a lot of new movie content, and that's about it. But first we'll start off because the movie side was so low. We only got very little tints about the movie. The big news was that Black Widow is still going to theaters, no premiere access. How do we feel about that?
I mean, I'm not against it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to risk COVID to watch Natasha.
It's definitely a tough one. I mean, personally, I feel with a Marvel movie, the theater experience is half the experience. The kind of electricity you feel in that room right before with that anticipation. I think back to Endgame, and half the buildup was just being in that room at that time. But then again, this is not 2019 anymore. This is not that era. It's a different time.
No.
You kind of don't want to feel the electricity of other people in the room. So it is a bit tough.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like that should be a cinematic experience watching Black Widow, but at the same time, we want everybody to be safe going to the theaters and to feel safe going to the theaters. So
Yeah,
we'll just have to see where we're at by its release date.
yeah.
I mean, personally, I think Black Widow, hashtag Black Widow deserves. It's so sad that they took so long to give us this movie that now we're in the middle of a pandemic that we're not getting. I mean, we're still going to get it, but it's obviously not going to be such a big event had COVID not happened. But I mean, I still think she deserves that theater respect, but we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Correct.
It's
Yeah.
something we all have to adjust to.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
gonna be for the studios all about the money because the box office we're gonna be pulling that all in. If they're gonna go straight to streaming, it's gonna be a fixed rate fee, which they're not gonna be into. But I'm not sure how much they're gonna be pulling from it. If you think back to Tenet, which came out a few months ago in theaters, that barely crossed the 50 million mark and domestically. I don't know how much better Black Widow could possibly do than that.
Yeah, no, I mean, everyone thought with Wonder Woman going straight to HBO Max with a day-and-day release that Black Widow will follow suit, but Disney's just sticking to its guns, and
I know.
it's coming out a whole year later now. And I mean, who knows? I'm sure Feige is working it out in his mastermind plan between all the things because now you have Florence Pugh's character who's supposedly showing up in Hawkeye and showing up in Winter Soldier and the Falcon. So there's a lot of things to weigh out, but with Black Widow mainly being a flashback movie, I guess it doesn't really matter. So we'll have to just wait and see on that one. The other big movie news of the day, Fantastic Four, directed by Spider-Man's, I believe it's John Watts, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
A lot of people, me being one of them, was surprised that they went with John. I was hoping for someone different, someone already not in the Marvel machine. But how do you guys feel about it?
Yeah. Is he also directing the third Spider-Man?
He is, which is a big part of Feige's multiverse trilogy that he's doing with WandaVision, Spider-Man, and then Doctor Strange too. So,
I mean, personally, I like John Watts. When Homecoming came out, I interviewed him and I got to know a lot about him personally. John Watts is a lawyer who became a film director.
Wow.
So he's kind of got that hunger of he's an outsider coming in. He's not one of these Hollywood guys. He's just transitioned from a corporate life to this. This is all new to him. And he kind of brings that. You could tell with Spider-Man, he tried to do something a little fresh. And Fantastic Four is certainly a franchise that needs something different considering the tragic history they've had with those films.
Yeah, the track record of Fantastic Four is not great, but I agree with you. I think the fact that he's just coming from a background that's not in film, he's just excited to jump into it. So it's still, I mean, even though he's in the Marvel machine, you still have those fresh eyes. You still have a fresh take on it. Is it still going to be? I know there was a rumor mill for a while that it was going to be set in the past. I think it was 1950s. that still going to be a thing?
We'll see. I think, with the multiverse happening, who knows how they get introduced. I'm hoping it's not yet another origin story. We've seen 2 of those already.
Yeah.
But you never know. I think, there's a chance they might come from a multiverse. Who knows now with like the multiverse is cracked open courtesy of Wanda, but we'll see. But
True.
we're, fans are still begging and pleading we get that fan casting of Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
Please.
Make it happen, Marvel.
Who else would you pick? Like, that is amazing. Like, that's the perfect fan casting.
I also heard there was like a slight rumor of like a Charlize Theron and a George Clooney. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't see George Clooney fitting in at the MCU at
No.
at all.
No.
He could
This is
play
true.
Mr. Fantastic. He fits that character mold, but him as a person, I don't see him saying, "Yep, I'll put he and Leo DiCaprio, 2 guys that just can't fit in. They're kind of different tiers of film. They don't want to touch
It'd
it."
be distracting if they were there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Angelina Jolie coming in the Eternals, which
yeah,
is
but
also
she needed a help. She needed a lift. Her
Yikes.
reputation was not great right now.
no. There was surprisingly no news about the Eternals as well, which is done filming, which I was very shocked. We got no like image, no like nothing.
Maybe they're really trying to build up the hype for this one.
Yeah, we're seeing. We also got no news on Shang-Chi as well. Surprisingly as well, which I heard has a lot of cool cameos, but they're saving all of Shang-Chi for down the line, I guess, for Comic-Con or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Especially if they're sticking to their guns with like theatrical releases, I wouldn't put it past them to not want to showcase any of that yet. Get anybody excited.
True. The other big movie news was that we got Captain Marvel 2. It was already reported that Nia DaCosta, who's directing the upcoming Candyman, is directing. But we got confirmation that Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau will be back for Captain Marvel 2. So how do you guys feel about Miss Marvel joining Captain Marvel and, of course, an adult Monica, who we'll see in WandaVision?
I'm excited. Are we going to get her alter ego?
I'm hopefully we get like a tease in WandaVision at least.
I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be a good film. I'm mostly excited to see. They haven't named a villain for that yet, right?
No, they haven't.
A part of me kind of hopes it's Rogue. I'm not going to lie. just justice for Rogue flying, please.
I like that there's like one single director this time for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
We'll have a more consistent vision this time.
Yeah. I mean, she's also part of Jordan Peele's camp, which is, promising. She has that rep behind her, which is great.
Exactly. Speaking of Jordan Peele, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm still begging and pleading that he come over to Marvel and do Blade.
He's a perfect fit for that.
Yeah.
Right?
That'd be
Perfect
amazing.
fit for Blade.
I heard that he's not interested, but like I just need him to like really reconsider. It's so perfect for him.
I mean, I know, I'm a huge Marvel or huge horror fan, as you are, but I'm hoping he needs to rethink his guns. Just do one more movie. So Blade is a perfect fit. It's the perfect blend of horror, action. Also, the guy who's playing Blade is phenomenal. It's like, just do it.
Mahershala, who's iconic.
Has he said any reason why he's not interested?
I think it was just without being drama filled, but like he's just not a right fit. Basically, the whole machine wasn't ideal for him.
The money. He needed more money.
Money. Well, when you do a Marvel movie, they have a very strict box that you have to kind of check off. So it's hard to really have full creative control, and I think that's something Jordan really wants. And
it's deep creative.
Oh yeah, totally. But when you do a Marvel movie, it's hard. It's good that they have those boxes to keep it consistent. That's the problem with DC movies. That they don't.
Yeah.
Everyone just creates, all over the place, and it's a mess.
Complete. Even with all the trailers we watched for Investor Day, the only one that I was actually super shocked by WandaVision, because I was like, this is not at all in the molds that I'm used to. Because I think Marvel movies, you think a box, you think, okay, here's your formula, here's your Pythagorean theorem, this is gonna happen at the end. We love it and it's amazing, but when I saw WandaVision, I was like, this is very different than what I'm used to seeing from Marvel.
Well, let's jump over to Disney Plus then. WandaVision, we got a second trailer, which was, as Justin just mentioned, bonkers. I think what Feige is really aiming for here is his award contender here. He's trying to get some awards, he's trying to get some Emmys, and I think WandaVision is his best go at that. So I think that's probably why it felt so different than what you were normally, used to for Marvel. But from what I'm hearing, it's going to be a big theatrical third act, and where we get some big battle involved. And the rumor is, the rumors, I have lots of rumors, is that Wanda is ultimately the villain for both Spider-Man and Doctor Strange too.
I feel like you work for Feige on the down low. Like, you're getting a paycheck, none of us are. All right.
Yes, call me Feige Jr. But yeah, that's ultimately what I'm hearing is Wanda's the new big bad.
I'm kind of cool with that. Like, I mean, she plays a big bad in a lot of comic book series. I mean, House of M is literally her losing her mind.
Right. Which is what this show is loosely adapting.
Right. Right. But are we also getting Manifesto from what I've seen?
It's a lot of different plays. We don't know if someone's manipulating Wanda behind the scenes.
Right.
You know, and using Wanda as the face. So we'll have to see. My only big problem with making Wanda the big bad is her redemption. Like, I think we just want, I want to keep Wanda around. I don't want this to be like the big bad and then like at the end they got to kill her. So we want to keep Wanda for as long as we can.
You don't want an X-Men Last Stand moment.
No, I want Wanda to stay around. She deserves.
Yeah. See, the only reason why I asked about Manifesto, I know in the comics, and I mean, I'll probably get dragged by fans if I'm wrong, but isn't his, if I remember correctly, it's sort of like a Harry Potter Horcrux kind of thing where part of his soul, a part of his body is what helps Wanda create her kids, if I remember correctly, from her storyline.
Yeah, it's like demon shards.
Yes.
It's something to that effect. But we'll see. Feige's loosely adapting a lot of things too. So Wanda just might wield them into existence for all we know.
Right. Which in the trailer we saw her like actually bending some reality when she was changing the furniture in the room. I was like, oh wow, she's evolving as a character and her powers are evolving.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm excited we're gonna get a new costume. She's gonna take on the mantle of Scarlet Witch. And she's going to be called that, so I can't wait for WandaVision. Next up was the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer finally premiered. What did you guys think? For me, I was a little underwhelmed, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It was just like, it felt like Captain America's sidekicks. Like, it was just not, I mean, obviously we're all going to watch, but I was just like,
Yeah, as I was watching, I was thinking like, this is just standard Marvel stuff. WandaVision and Loki at least had like a hook. This one, like the same thing.
What did you think, Ethan, of the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer?
Pretty much the same, very nonchalant. I feel like if all the universes I want to explore of that MCU, that corner, it's fine if it's quiet. What stories are there to tell? But I could see them trying to stretch out every direction they can.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. We're getting like a lot of cool things. Florence Pugh's also showing up in that show, and what's the guy's name? Baron. Is it who's the villain from Civil War? We're all terrible geeks right now.
It's been a long year.
It's been a long year. But we're getting his comic accurate costume. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm just overall just not feeling it. But we'll see. And then Jake, you mentioned we got Loki. Loki looked phenomenal. I mean, wow. Like, I'm so excited about Loki. And I thought that was going to be like the worst one.
Yeah.
But Loki looks so fucking cool. Like, I'm excited about Owen Wilson and being the TVA. Like, it's just, the whole thing looks really cool.
He's no longer an anti-hero. He's finally a full villain.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, Loki's badass. Like, I'm like, Loki's never been so cool. It had a little bit of Umbrella Academy vibes, as I will say.
But that kind of fits the character if you really think about it. Like, he's supposed to be wacky and enjoyable. For me, he's like I always looked at him as sort of like a not as manic version of like the Joker, for like Thor's Joker kind of thing. Like, that's his manic, crazy, you don't know what you're gonna get kind of mentality, especially like with the comic books. And I feel like what they did with him in the movies, they made him an anti-hero and they kind of took that away from him. And I feel like we're finally getting that back with his series.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're gonna go. I think when you play with time, and I guess there's also some kind of multiverse level there of how he's going to be going through different time periods and whatnot. But I'm super curious about Loki. And then on to the rest of Disney Plus. There were a ton of shows announced. Ironheart, we're getting an Ironheart show with Dominique Jackson. I'm a little surprised we're getting an Ironheart show. Riri Williams has not been the best received in the comics. She gets a lot of hate online and on the Reddits of the world, but we're getting Ironheart. What do you guys think about that one?
I have hope for it because like no one really talked about Guardians of the Galaxy that much before the movie came out, and they managed to make a name for themselves. So who knows? Maybe Ironheart will get.
Well, they were the different. They weren't trashing Guardians of the Galaxy. Like Riri is like has a lot of universal hate out there. I mean, partially because fanboys are a little bit one-minded and they don't want to see new characters. They don't like people take on mantles, and so the fanboys are a tough crowd as we all know. But Riri gets a particular amount of hate, but they're moving forward, which we credit to Marvel's push for diversity and representation. So next, speaking of the Iron family, we're getting Armored Wars, a Don Cheadle War Machine show, which I was also a little surprised about, because you figured I feel like Riri and Don Cheadle, they need each other to be in each other's shows, but they're getting two separate shows. But we're getting an Armored Wars War Machine show, which I heard the premise is, what Tony's worst nightmare, his technology gets in the hands of the wrong person. So I'm very curious to see how this happens.
Yeah, same. I mean, I like the Iron Man universe. I feel like it's not as rich as sort of Doctor Strange universe or Wanda universe or anything else. So I feel like when we kind of discussed a little bit before we jumped on this recording was that it all began with Iron Man, which is great, but we've gotten so deep with all the rest of these characters and these mythos that it's like the Iron Man universe isn't as fascinating to me as these other worlds that we're sort of like diving into now. I don't know what you guys think so much about that.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Like Iron Lad has never been a big thing, and
yeah,
I mean, good for War Machine for hanging on as long as he has.
Get that paycheck. It's just I don't. I'm not gonna watch it.
He's the psyche that keeps on kicking. But yeah, I'm surprised about that one for sure. Next up, we have Secret Invasion, which Talos, which we're super excited from Captain Marvel 2, and Nick Fury. I think it's going to kick off, I think, the next saga, I think, for Marvel, Secret Invasion, which was hinted at in Captain Marvel. And Far From Home, with Talos being Nick Fury at the end of the movie. What do you think is going on with Secret Invasion?
I'm thrilled for it. This is great. That's actually the first comic book I've ever read.
Oh yeah, no, Secret Invasion is one of the best comic book storylines you can ever read.
Amazing. I want to see how they adapt it, because in the comics it's Elektra that's the reveal. Like she gets killed during a battle and she gets changed into a Skrull. So I'm excited to see how they're gonna build in. Also, like the Skrull Queen, we kind of got hinted to her in the movie with Talos' daughter. It's like, okay, is she gonna become the Skrull Queen? Are we gonna is she gonna be the main villain now? Like it's kind of like I'm excited. I'm thrilled for this. This is gonna be great.
She might be Captain Marvel's main villain in Captain Marvel 2. We'll see. Skullcurtain.
Exactly. Also, Doctor Doom plays a huge part in Secret Invasion, so it's kind of like I'm excited for this. This is going to be an amazing. This is going to be the new Infinity War.
Wasn't Spider-Woman also a main part in Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
We're also, which we're getting the Spider-Woman movie via Olivia Wilde via Sony.
Which I heard. Feige's a genius. He's putting.
Speaking of, I heard Feige's involved in that too. He's expanding his Sony reach. Next up on the Disney Plus roster, we got a first look at like Miss Marvel and like kind of like behind the scenes look and what's that gonna look like. Are you guys excited for Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan?
This looks kind of interesting, I would say. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's like a family drama within the Marvel universe. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do with that. What do you think, Ethan?
I'm a bit tepid on it. I mean, there's interesting aspects that can go with it. I think from there, I'm curious, but it's a little too early for me to be like, yes, this is definitely something Marvel needed to do. Right now, trying to weigh myself in there little by little.
Especially since this is more like a behind the scenes kind of look rather than a trailer. It's like
yeah,
right.
I try to avoid the hype train as much as I can to avoid being disappointed. Marvel,
Well, Marvel, when does Marvel let you down, Ethan?
Marvel's actually never let me down is the great thing. They never let me down. You guys could see from my reviews, they never let me down. But I'm still just trying to see, like, I think that everything direction they're doing is pretty interesting. It's just the different strands. I'm not sure how I feel about each of the strands.
That, like,
Definitely more
secret
opinionated about the
chapter
Star Wars
versus
aspect of
fan.
everything going on Disney. But I think Marvel, Kevin Feige knows what he's doing. Everything's
does.
probably going to come out. I like the different flavors he's trying to pop with each one of these pills. So it's going to be good.
And then next up on Disney Plus, we have a purple pill from Hawkeye. They finally announced Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop. Perfect casting, right up there with Emily Blunt and Invisible Woman and John Krasinski. The fans wanted Haley. Marvel listened. They got her. And I mean, there've been so many behind the scenes photos have been leaking of that on Instagram and all over the blogs. How do you feel about Hawkeye and how that's shaping up?
I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a really good series. Haley's a perfect choice for this character. I'm really curious to see how it ties into Young Avengers.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for Haley. I think she's gonna kick ass. Obviously, they're shaping up the Young Avengers. They're coming strong with Kamala. You got Riri now. You got Wanda's twins coming in. You have back to the movies. You got Catherine Newton has officially been cast as Cassie Lang and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So the Young Avengers are on their way. So I think Haley's a perfect leader for that. Yeah. I think she's gonna kill it. I'm just curious of what they do if Young Avengers is gonna be a Disney Plus or a movie. We'll see.
Yeah. Wait, who's playing Cassie Lang now? Isn't it? It's the girl from Freaky, right?
Yeah, Catherine Newton from Big Little Lies and Freaky. Wait, is it Big Little? Yeah. Well, no. Wait, I'm getting confused now. Catherine Newton, yes, from Freaky, but is she also Big Little Lies?
She might be.
Oh gosh, terrible today.
Yeah, she was on Big Little Lies.
Yeah, she is Big Little Lies. Okay.
Coming in strong with the fact check.
No, Ethan, yes, please fact check us.
I'll be the fact checker. Don't worry, boys, I'm on it.
They're gonna fact check us in the comments either way.
He's the waiter at Kim Possible right now. He's just searching.
Yeah, I'm searching the dome. But yeah, I'm super excited. Super sad for that actress that wasn't Endgame to be recasted, but it was bound to happen. But yeah, Cassie
not
Lang.
Happy about that.
No, not happy about that. But Cassie Lang is coming. You got Wiccan and Speed coming, so I'm excited for the Young Avengers. And then, so speaking of the Young Avengers, we have She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany was officially announced as She-Hulk. Can't wait about that. There's lots of rumors about that. We're getting Bruce Banner. We might be getting Red Hulk. Young Avengers. We'll be getting Hulkling, aka Wiccan's boyfriend. We might be getting Daredevil, and then and She-Hulk, because they're both lawyers, which would be kind of cool. We're also hearing Daredevil might pop up in Spider-Man 3.
Yes. Spider-Man 3 is becoming a very packed movie very quickly.
It is. We'll have to, I feel like we might need a separate Spider-Man 3 video.
I'm a little worried now.
I feel like with the Avengers done, Spider-Man has always been that crossover feature of they're just going to incorporate everything they can. So I think they're going to continue to use as that vehicle to propel the MCU forward.
Yeah, I know, but Spider-Man 3 is so packed, from Daredevil to Doctor Strange to 3 different Spider-Man. And you have
never gonna get a live-action Black Cat. That's just never
I would love a live-action Black Cat.
Me too. Like, come on.
Justice for Felicity.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah. No, I would love Black Cat, but yeah, we're not getting Black Cat. Between Zendaya and now we got the Gwen Stacy, and we got the real MJ. Not the real MJ, but comic accurate MJ.
Little comic book shade there, Tori.
I know. That just slipped out. I'm so sorry, Zendaya. That was bad. It's bad for me. It's bad luck. I love Zendaya. Back to Disney Plus. Yes, we're getting She-Hulk. There was no news of Moon Knight, surprisingly. It's been rumored that Oscar Isaac has been playing him, but no official confirmation. So I feel like it's probably not gonna happen. But I was hoping for Shia LaBeouf, but that's not gonna happen right now.
Moon Knight, I'm probably most excited about Moon Knight of everything except WandaVision. like that's an interesting character that should be brought in. He's got a lot of
Right?
weird powers, weird role in the MCU. I feel like that'd be a nice angle to add in to mix things up a bit.
Yeah, I think it's super unexpected. Like Moon Knight,
Yeah.
really, of all people to join the MCU, of all characters, okay. But Quicksilver's dead. All right, but we got Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's slowly going to become a meme. I can guarantee it. I know there's people already making fun of Moon Knight for how you're going to forget Moon Knight from all these MCU movies.
Right, Moon Knight, really?
Can't be sleeping on Moon Knight, guys.
All right, I guess we'll wait 2 more years for X-Men, 3 more years for X-Men. Okay,
Oh man.
whatever.
Moon Knight is a very odd choice. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm like Moon Knight. Can we get like a redo on Iron Fist? Like,
Yeah. So he just picked him out of a hat and said, "All right,
no, like I love
fuck
Moon Knight.
whoever can make this work."
Moon Knight's a cool character for sure, but like Moon Knight, all right. I guess we'll see how he fits, how Feige fits him into the MCU. Feige has a lot of tall orders here. Like, how are you going to all of a sudden introduce vampires? Where the hell were they the whole time?
I think WandaVision is going to be a key for that. I think they're going to do a
I think
reverse
so.
version of House of M. Instead of her like removing things, she's going to bring things in.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Wanda's going to be the key here, which is why don't keep her around, Feige. Keep her around.
Yeah, keep Elizabeth on the payroll. She's doing good.
I know, Jesus. Bring Vision back, Speaking of Disney Plus, we have Florence Pugh popping up all over the place. What do you guys think about it? She's going to be popping up in Hawkeye, popping up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What do you think the play is here with Miss Florence?
I mean,
Is she officially the new Black Widow?
She probably is, honestly, which I'm cool with because Florence Pugh is amazing. Like her fight sequences are great, amazing actress, solid choice, like a perfect fit for that character.
Oh yeah, I think she's amazing, but I feel like Natasha just came into her own. She just had her big, endgame moment, and now she's getting her movie. So I feel, yes, there's a great end note for Natasha, but I'm gonna be sad for Natasha to go.
Natasha has had 20,000 wigs on her head. She's changed her costume 50 times. She's jumped off thing. Natasha's had her time. We're good. It's solid. It's time to bring someone else in.
Got it. All right.
And I love ScarJo. She's an amazing Natasha, even though she never had the accent, but I'll look past it. That's fine. But like, it's just like, I don't know. I'm ready for something fresh, something new.
Yeah, I get it. I'm with it. I'm all for Florence, but I'll be sad to see Natasha go.
If there's going to be like any like significant moment like toward the end of the Black Widow movie, like as a send off. I mean, compared to Endgame, like.
Well, I mean, you've heard the rumors, right? The rumors.
We're not all employed by Kevin Feige.
They're all
the rumors.
The rumors. Well, the rumor is that there's a big funeral scene, perhaps not a funeral scene, but like a graveyard scene where Clint visits the graveyard with Natasha, and that's kind of like the send off that we're getting for the after credits. Spoiler alert. Oh, well, I should have said spoiler alert.
Finally, learn what happened in Budapest.
Yeah, there will be no Budapest flashback from what I'm hearing, sadly. But it is what it is.
I want it to be something like non-com. I want it to be like, oh, like Budapest's whole thing is like they went to Arby's or something. Like I want it to be completely not a super cool. Like I need it to be like a really cool comedic moment.
Yeah. We'll see. Like, I guess we're never getting that. I don't know.
It's upsetting.
Back to the movie side. I'm jumping around like a hot potato. We got official confirmation that Christian Bale will be the main villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. Huge get for DC, for Marvel, man. They just keep stinging DC, man.
Yeah.
First Michelle Pfeiffer, then it was Lawrence Fishburne. Like they just take everybody.
Who's he playing? I haven't actually read this one.
He's playing God, Boar, the God Killer, or something like that. It's gonna be crazy. It's a lot of. I believe the character would be all CGI, but still, Christian Bale is an amazing actor.
It's gonna be such a weird fit seeing Christian Bale in a Taika Waititi movie. I feel like he just doesn't. It's gonna be a little weird. I think back to like American Hustle, that kind of a character he played. maybe something like that. But
Which
he's
I
such a
love.
serious guy. I love that too. He's so
Yeah.
great in everything. But Christian Bale's such a serious character. If we think back to his Dark Knight, he's just brooding, demeaning character. It's gonna be weird to see him in like something a little more comedic. Thor is a comedic universe. It's not
Right.
exactly super
Yeah.
serious.
But I mean, look at Taika though in his recent work though, and with Jojo Rabbit, I think, which he won an Oscar for. I think
Right.
it's probably the part of the appeal. Taika is one of the hottest directors in Hollywood, so I think I'm sure Taika will figure out what to do with Christian. And
Oh,
I'm
for
sure
sure.
whatever meeting they had, Christian said yes. So clearly it was a good meeting. Like clearly they're on the same page. So I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be great.
Wait, so we're getting Christian
Agreed.
Bale, Lady Thor,
Lady Thor.
Thor,
Lady Sif is coming back too.
Lady Sith. That's
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
I don't know. That's not confirmed yet. But
we're also getting Guardians. Isn't part of Guardians? Some of the cast members of Guardians going to be in as well. Right?
there's rumors some Guardians might pop up.
Wow.
So
Still no Enchantress, but all right.
we got, and also don't forget Valkyrie.
Oh yes, yes.
Don't forget Valkyrie. Don't
We
forget
cleaned
Korg
that
and Meek.
I'm
Don't forget-
excited for this. I mean, I'm excited. This is great. The
My-
last one was
My
incredible.
big concern is a part of Lady Thor's amazing storylines, her cancer storyline. So I'm just hoping that doesn't get lost in the sauce here. A part of the real compelling is her, how Jane deals with cancer. So I'm just hoping they tackle that correctly and with, proper delicate hands.
Yeah.
Going back
I think
to Jojo Rabbit, like Taika Waititi took a very touchy subject and was somehow able to make it tonally balanced. So I have confidence he'll do it.
Oh yeah, totally. Which feels like a crowded movie, so we're just a bit of concerned for Taika, but I'm sure he has it. More movie news. It was confirmed we got an American Chavez confirmation for Doctor Strange 2. She's a big part of Young Avengers, so that's coming up. We also got confirmation on Rachel McAdams is popping back up in Doctor Strange 2. Super crowded. Not confirmed yet, but I'm sure it will happen. Some of the Spider-Man is going to lead over into Doctor Strange 2.
Yes.
Being that with him in Spider-Man 3. Doctor Strange 2 seems packed as well.
I'm super excited for that. I'm also super excited Sam Raimi is going to direct this one. I'm a big fan of the original Spider-Man. I'm still excited about that. And it's going to be interesting seeing him try to mesh these universes together.
Yeah, you already know Toby's going to make a cameo in Doctor Strange 2.
No doubt.
You already know. Have you guys heard the latest rumor? You heard Mark Wahlberg, Uncle Ben?
I haven't seen that, no. Mark Wahlberg playing Uncle Ben.
Mark Wahlberg is Uncle Ben. Tom Holland's trying to make it happen. That's his new buddy.
Marissa Tomei, that's going to be amazing.
A very Queens couple right there.
He's gonna be the most aggressive Uncle Ben I've ever
I
met.
know. This is gonna be the Uncle Ben that doesn't die in that
Right.
universe.
Right. You got hot Aunt
With
May,
great
hot
power.
Uncle Ben. Like it's a real confusing times. Aunt May's hot, Uncle Ben's hot. I don't know.
Third time's the charm with Spider-Man, right? Just try everything new.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that's where the mistake. We didn't give Uncle Ben abs. That's where we messed up.
Poor Mark Wahlberg, man.
Someone's been reading Kevin Feige's notebook.
Right. It had nothing to do with Peter Parker's dance sequence in the third one. It had nothing to do with
Nothing.
the abs.
No. Another dance sequence. Tom Holland's an amazing dancer.
No,
Watch that lip sync.
that was
As
solid.
him as Rihanna.
Oh,
Solid.
this could be a very.
And I think that's all the Investor Day Marvel. Did I forget anything?
Oh wait, how about What If? We didn't. Go
Oh, What If? We got
Right.
we got a full What If trailer. Sorry, What If? It does look. It looks great. We get in Chadwick's last role as Black Panther and what he's going to do. Oh shit! That's the last news we got. We got official confirmation. Oh my gosh! How did I forget that? We got an official confirmation that there will be no recast of Black Panther.
Yep.
And that they're moving forward with their both filming, and Black Panther 2 is still coming out.
They're just trying to figure out what that plot's going to be now. Last thing I saw was Ryan Coogler is just going to be trying to rework that from scratch.
Yeah.
I personally feel Ryan Coogler is probably one of the most talented directors under 40 right now.
Okay.
So a lot of faith in him, but that's a big ask to try to figure out what that movie's going to be.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, from what I'm hearing is that there'll be 2 Black Panthers. We'll get Shuri's Black Panther, and then we'll get a second Black Panther, maybe in the form of M'Baku. But that's what I'm hearing right now. There'll be
Has
like a
Baku been Black Panther in the comics before?
not from what I've seen, no.
Like I know Shuri has, but
Well, Shuri has, and she was only for a very short amount of time in the comics too. People love to bring that up, but she wasn't Black Panther for long. No Shuri shade here, but yeah, I think we're gonna get 2 Black Panthers just to feel the balance of, so it's not feeling totally female dominated. Because even with the first Black Panther, with him being the lead, it was still very female heavy between Okoye and Shuri and Lupita's character, and all the Doras. So we'll see what happens, but I trust Ryan Coogler, as Ethan says, to really do something special and something that honors Chadwick's legacy for sure. But on a somber note, yes, What If came out. I'm excited for all the different What If storylines. I think it'll be cool to revisit all these different Marvel movies, all 22 Marvel movies. I think we're not going to get all 22 movies this season, but I'm sure they'll save some for next season. Of What If.
Peggy as Captain. That's going to be great.
Yeah, Peggy as Captain, T'Challa as Star-Lord. I saw a zombie Captain America in there.
Yes.
What else?
There was Doctor Strange had one in there. I didn't read What If crazy amount, but what was it?
It's just we saw Doctor Strange battling evil Doctor Strange in there, so right. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited to see all these different What Ifs for sure.
And we have someone pretty big playing the Watcher, right?
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright, the amazing Jeffrey Wright.
Nice.
Who's iconic in himself. So I can't wait to hear his voice as the Watcher. He is the perfect voice for that. So I'm super excited about What If. And it'll be Feige's first, cartoon. Animated is a better word. Animated piece of the MCU. So we'll see what happens.
It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys you guys might remember this. Remember when MTV had a Spider-Man show?
Oh yeah, it was good.
It's really similar to that. Like we had Silver Sable and like.
Wasn't it like a 3D show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I'm gonna watch that tonight since pandemic. Can't leave my apartment. So.
That was, oh man, I forget which movie they were trying to promote, either Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 2, but it wasn't bad.
No, it was good. I mean, we got some cool characters. I mean, we literally had Silver Sable. She's the one I remember because she was cool. And then, yeah, but that was good. Yeah. The animation style reminds me of that. Like when I watched it, I was like, this reminds me a little bit of like that old MTV Spider-Man show.
Well, the cool thing about this is all the movie characters are being voiced by the original Marvel characters, so we're getting all the same voice actors. So that's going to be amazing.
Animated's going to be an interesting twist. There's a lot more freedom with the animation. You could kind of just do the wildest scenes of fighting you can possibly imagine and not worry about how to do that in real life. So it's going to be pretty awesome.
I hope they go dark. I hope they go Justice League Apocalypse War dark. We'll see.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm still not recovered from that as well. Scarred me for my life.
To think about it.
Oof. Fantastic film. But all right, did I miss anything from Disney Marvel Investor Day?
I don't know.
I think you caught all of it. Honestly, I think about it.
All of it, right?
Yeah, but I think
so.
Yeah. Way to go.
I've got the list up in parallel. I didn't see you miss anything. That was a pretty good recall.
It's fact checker. That's why you joined the show, Ethan.
That's why I'm here. You know what we did miss? We missed I Am Groot. That's something else they're bringing up. It's a series of shorts, so it's not exactly a feature or maybe a full-length TV show, but they are bringing up I Am Groot.
We did, yes, I Am Groot, and also the Guardian of the Galaxy's holiday special.
Yeah.
Right, the holiday special. Correct.
Which they're going to film while they film Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So I'm all for that. I'm all for James Gunn being back in the Marvel camp.
Yeah.
The I Am Groot shorts sound very childlike and will be for my young nephew, I'm sure. But you know,
I wonder if it's going to be the Forky asks the question of the MCU.
Yeah, I think it's going that route, sadly. But if James Gunn has any involvement, I'm sure it'll be cool enough.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about the holiday special. We'll see what happens. Chris Pratt has been catching a lot of heat lately, so
Yeah.
True. Hopefully, it's not like a Star Wars holiday special. You know, because these movies have had a great history with those.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Well, that's the list. We'll be back. The next episode, what are we doing next episode? Star Wars? I've been begging for a Star Wars episode.
I'm so excited to talk
Alright.
Star Wars. We're doing
You
that next
guys need
episode?
to watch Mandalorian first.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been saving that for holiday break.
Last night's
I'm gonna
episode was
binge it.
orgasmic, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I'll
was-
watch it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, the season finale. Oh, so good. Keep avoid spoilers if you can. It was good.
This is just something that you need to discover.
Yeah. Well, do your homework, gentlemen. This is the end of the episode. Thank you for the 10 people who will watch this. We love you guys. We're gonna keep making episodes. This is the Nocturnal Movie Club.